2050, augmented reality is changing the world forever, but not for the reasons you might think. For example, bionic eyes provide superhuman vision and AR capabilities. Artificial eye and other visual prostheses can provide the same visual quality as a real human eye. They contain electrode arrays with hundreds of megapixels in full color, along with wireless capabilities. Not only can they cure blindness for many people, the most advanced models contain enhancements that sound like they came straight out of science fiction. These enhancements include embedded cameras with recording and streaming capabilities, Wi-Fi, augmented reality, night vision, thermal vision, zoom capability, and more. They can overlay text, videos, images, and animations over a person's vision. For example, they can provide instantaneous facial recognition, overlay videos of how future events might play out over your vision, and play videos of past events to help with decision-making. All of this is controllable using brain signals and using virtual assistants and generative AI. The possibilities of what they can see are endless. These enhanced devices are becoming heavily utilized by spy organizations, militaries, and high-profile citizens. However, they're becoming inexpensive enough for the mainstream public as well. Business executives, programmers, and startup founders are tempted to take advantage of bionic eyes to give themselves an undeniable advantage. Using bionic eyes, they could see and control multiple computer screens in their vision at all times, and security guards for high-security facilities can see video outputs from 8 security cameras at a time. The main downsides are privacy and security concerns. Because of bionic eyes and ultra-thin AR contact lenses, no one in the world can be sure whether or not they're being recorded, even in their most vulnerable moments. And thanks to brain-computer interfaces, people are starting to use their brain signals to generate text, images, and movies in their visual perspectives as well. Number 2. Augmented and mixed reality is everywhere in large cities. Entire cities have turned into augmented reality zones, which can be experienced using augmented reality glasses, lenses, and other devices. Corporations and individual contributors are making location-specific augmented reality overlays. These overlays include advertisements, humorous 3D characters, hovering commentary, and fascinating animations. You can also see virtual price tags for products, virtual menus in restaurants, and even virtual salespeople that don't exist in real life. Urban landscapes are filled with information of all types, which can be filtered as needed. Projectors are also mounted outside of buildings, which can display holograms that don't require AR devices to see. Using AR apps, many people choose to display themselves as holographic versions of the same stylistic avatars they use in virtual reality environments. Because of this, it's becoming commonplace to see holographic versions of Superman, Princess Leia, and Deadpool walking around in public places, and it's commonplace to see people having conversations with their holographic virtual assistants. Politicians are using holograms to give speeches at locations that are hundreds of miles away. Amusement parks are using holographic animations of characters as people progress through their rides. And concerts are using gigantic holograms to make their shows more entertaining. Number 3. Holographic TVs and movie theaters are rising in popularity. 3D holographic videos contain many times more information than is required for 2D videos. At this point, internet bandwidths are able to support the massive amounts of data required. One design for a holographic TV involves a screen that resembles a cylinder or a dome that you sit inside of. When holographic movies are displayed on this type of screen, we see 3D images surrounding us as if they were really there. In short, these TVs allow us to be inside of scenes of movies and shows instead of watching them from the outside. Some movie theaters are adopting this technology as well and consider it the next logical step beyond IMAX theaters. Number 4. Most video clips are convertible to 3D hologram environments. Thanks to generative AI, most video clips that were originally filmed using 2D cameras can be converted into 3D environments. Generative AIs are able to approximate how any person, object, or environment would look like from every conceivable angle, and their results are usually reasonably accurate. Users can also change these 3D scenes in any way they want, including changing entire environments, changing the weather, and adding and removing people. In future decades, entire movies and shows could be converted into 3D holograms in seconds. Number 5. AR heads-up displays are mainstream and resemble video games. Using bionic eyes, AR contact lenses, and AR glasses, people can have heads-up displays that are constantly viewable to them, similar to video games. Examples of information that can be viewable to you at all times include a health and stamina bar, a mini-map that acts as a radar and displays items of interest around you, progress bars for your short-term goals, the amount of money in your digital wallet, and the time left until certain events. And thanks to general artificial intelligences, you can see the status updates about opportunities that have recently emerged that you can take advantage of. Number 6. Holographic masks are growing in popularity. In 2050, security cameras are literally everywhere when you walk around in any major city. As a response, more and more people are wearing holographic masks to hide their faces from these cameras. These masks are able to scramble people's faces on cameras, making it impossible to identify them in most cases. Holographic masks usually exist in the form of headbands that users wear on their heads, with a projector mounted on each side of the head. Some versions of holographic masks are being used for costumes, especially during Halloween. Further in the future, they'll be able to display photorealistic faces, enabling entirely new experiences in live concerts, plays, and other types of shows. If they become advanced enough, they could even be used to impersonate others. This would provide a great form of entertainment for many people, but this would also benefit spy organizations and people who want to commit fraud. Number 7. Security systems enable 3D holograms of cities and buildings. Security has reached a new level thanks to AR and hologram technology. When cameras are positioned in a certain way, homeowners can view 3D interpretations of their home interiors and their property at all times. Thanks to advanced detection techniques, they'll know right away if a small change occurs on their premises. It's nearly impossible for thieves to rob an adequately protected home without the homeowner immediately finding out. Likewise, city governments are using this technology to monitor activities in their smart cities. When used in combination with camera systems that can analyze facial expressions and body language to determine people's intent, we're starting to reach the point where we can predict crimes before they happen. Security officials for government buildings, schools, hospitals, prisons, and hotels can spot the slightest deviations as well and respond quicker to unusual incidents. But on the flip side, crime organizations that gain access to this data are able to plan future heists with greater ease. Number 8. Some AR devices allow you to see through walls. Some AR devices are able to grant users X-ray vision. This is made possible because of a process called backscatter X-rays. This is the same technology used by full-body scanners at airports for a short time. Militaries and special force units are using it to determine the threat levels of buildings before entering them. Military robots can see through walls as well. Criminals have nowhere to hide inside buildings where suspected criminal activities take place. And if they hide behind lead walls, which can block X-rays, those would be among the first places to investigate during a raid. Security personnel for high-profile people such as presidents and CEOs are using this technology to scan for potential attackers and weapons in nearby vicinities. Spy organizations are using these devices to collect additional intel from the organizations they infiltrate in foreign countries. Medical practitioners can use this technology to quickly identify physical abnormalities of patients. This technology also has the potential of being a nightmare for privacy. For example, someone could decide to use this type of device to see through people's clothing in public places. This is made even worse because this type of footage could be recorded or streamed for millions of people to see. Number 9. Doctors can run photorealistic simulations of human organs thanks to generative AI and scans from MRI machines. Doctors and nurses are able to view real-time photorealistic holograms of their patients' internal organs. These organs include the heart, lungs, liver, and intestines. When they have adequate information about a patient, they can also generate simulations of how internal organs are functioning in a sick person versus how they're supposed to normally function. They can also run these types of simulations for body systems, including the digestive, nervous, reproductive, and respiratory systems. Number 10. Space and air travel industries are using holographic navigation. Thanks to AR, pilots and passengers on spaceships can view holographic trajectories of their trips in near real time. These holograms display as transparent tunnels in space from inside the spaceships. This is especially helpful for long trips to the Moon and Mars. This is used in combination with radio signals that help calculate a spaceship's distance and speed, and onboard computers that calculate trajectories. Astronauts are also using AR to navigate outside of spacecraft and efficiently perform maintenance in space as needed. Pilots and passengers on hypersonic jets can also see holographic trajectories of their flights as well. Thanks for watching. Make sure to watch this next video about augmented reality. Additional intel from the organizations they infiltrate in foreign countries. Medical practitioners can use this technology to quickly identify physical abnormalities of patients. This technology also has the potential of being a nightmare for privacy. For example, someone could decide to use this type of device to see through people's clothing in public places. This is made even worse because this type of footage could be recorded or streamed for millions of people to see. Number 9.